Let's build this super easy slime farm for Minecraft Bedrock 1.20 plus. Alright, the first thing we have to do when we're building the slime farm is find ourselves a slime chunk. Now if you don't know, a slime chunk is a chunk where, well, slimes can spawn. Slimes can't spawn anywhere in Minecraft, only in specific areas. Now luckily for Bedrock, it doesn't actually matter what seed you're on, all seeds are the exact same. So what you want to do, either go down into the description and click the second link, or just search like slime chunk finder, something like that, and it's going to take you to a page that looks something like this. You're going to want to make sure you have Bedrock Edition selected, and what we want to do is first go back into Minecraft here, click settings, and then scroll down and hit show coordinates. You can see in the top left right now, I'm at -280 and -70 approximately. So on my map here, I want to find negative, you can see in the bottom left down here, it shows my coordinates, -280 and -70, so right here. Now we want to go to one of these green chunks here. You can go to whichever one you want. If you can find yourself 2 chunks like this side by side, or even 3, you can actually make 3 farms side by side, so it might be useful to go to an area like that. But for me, I'm just going to go to this one here. So you can see in the bottom right, it tells me it's from -288 and -96 to -273 and -81. So I'm going to go back into Minecraft and mark out those coordinates. Now that you've gotten to your location, what I like to do is place down your 2 pillars. Now, the reason I place down pillars and mark the corners is because one time I built the entire farm and realized I was like 2 blocks off, so I had to redo the entire thing. So make sure you have those 2 pillars in the correct locations. If you want to make sure, it should be a 16 by 16 area. So I still have my coordinates on in the top left. What I want to do is come to these blocks here, and in the top left, you can see I am at y equals 70. I want to take this down to y equals 10. Now, when you go down, if you notice that there's a massive cave nearby, I would recommend not building into that chunk, because any caves that you're near, you are going to have to light up to make sure that they don't affect the rates of our farm. Before you actually dig down the second pillar, one important thing that you should do is remember which direction the other pillar is, because we're going to have to dig down the area. So I've got my hole dug down over there, and I've got my hole dug down here all the way down to y equals 10. And what you want to do is go 15 blocks in this direction, 15 blocks in that direction, and then connect the 2 and dig out the entire area. So you go from corner to corner, and then also make this 3 blocks high. Alright, and there we go. I've got my entire area dug out from one corner to the other corner, 3 blocks high. Now I got lucky and I didn't actually have any holes in the walls or holes in the ground, but if you do, obviously you're going to want to patch those up so it looks something like mine. And now that we've got this area dug out, you want to make sure, like I mentioned before, to light up any caves that are nearby, otherwise it could slow down or even completely stop the rates of your farm. Once you've got that done, come to the corner and count out 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then go in 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and break that block. And now around this block, you want to make a 4x4 hole. Oh, there we go. You can see there's a hole down here, so I'm going to have to patch that to make sure that I can actually build my farm correctly. There we go. So I'm going to want to make a 4x4 hole in the center here. Now you want to make sure that there's 6 blocks on every single side. So you can see there's only 5 here, and there's going to be 7 here. So I'm just going to fill this in, make it like this, and now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing. So I'm going to fill this in, break these until I have my 4x4 hole right in the center of our box. If it's not directly in the center, what could happen is slimes are going to spawn in the corner, and they're not going to be attracted towards the middle, which again could slow down the rates of the farm. And now that we've got our 4x4 hole, what you want to do is take this down 3 more to make it a 4x4 and then 4 blocks deep. Now that we've got the 4x4x4 hole in the center, drop down to the bottom and place your 15 magma blocks down here, leaving one of the corners exposed so we can place the chest. You want to temporarily break some of these blocks, placing 2 chests, or however many you want, with a hopper leading into the chest, and this is where the items are going to be collected, obviously. Now place 2 glass blocks on top of the chest, with any 2 random blocks on top of there. It doesn't actually matter what those are. Place a glass pane on top of there, and then turn around and place your bucket of water. So what happens is the slimes are going to get attracted towards the center, jump down into here, die to the magma blocks, and their drops are going to go into the chest. Now that we have this area done, you want to go right above this area and copy that 4x4x4 hole up here. Once you've got this area dug out, you want to extend it 1 more block on each side to make it a 6x6 hole. Now to actually attract the slimes towards the center, we either want to place a snow golem or an iron golem up here. Whichever is more convenient for you, doesn't matter. This is because these 2 mobs attract the slimes, which is then going to have them jumping, trying to attack those mobs, and then falling into our killing area. So we want to place 4 slabs in the middle here. So on any one of these 2 blocks, place 2 like that, with 4 slabs, making sure that they're directly in the middle. Now look up on any one of these 4 blocks, place a fence, and then like I mentioned, you can either do an iron golem, or I like to do a snow golem just because it's more convenient. Wait, crap. Now, take a lead, place him on there, and then place that on the fence. You don't have to put a name tag on this guy since we did make him. He's never going to despawn. Now, what might end up happening is he does jump off the platform, in which case you just want to extend these blocks out and extend this platform here so he can't move. Or another thing that you can do is extend this up 1 more and then place the fence there, but make sure that he's still sitting on top of the slabs. And believe it or not, that is the entire farm complete. Now all we have to do is make the AFK area for the farm. Go to any one of the 4 walls, doesn't matter which one, and dig out 25 blocks in this direction. Once you've dug out the 25, you can make yourself a little room just to AFK down here, whatever you feel like doing, and the entire farm's complete. Now, like you can see, I do have other mobs spawning down here, which we don't want. Since these mobs cannot spawn in light, but slimes can spawn when there's a high light level, what you want to do is take some torches and place them around here, so only slimes are spawning inside of our farm and no other mobs. And look at that, you can already see that one massive slime has spawned in here, and we can watch what happens. Eventually, he's going to get attracted towards the middle. Now, like I mentioned, if you're noticing that they're not seeing it right away, you saw it took him a second, you can break some of these blocks, but you're going to see he jumps down into the middle, he's going to die to the magma blocks, and like I mentioned, all of the items are going to go into this chest, which you can make a staircase down to or place a trapdoor, whatever you want to do. If something's not working on your world, or if you just want to test and make sure it works before you actually build it, you could download this world, just the first link in the description. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.